live, I have to just double check a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, huh? Just gonna double check if it's
Wait,
really
wala
live.
akong webcam.
Oh, well, on yung webcam. I can see you. Ah, there.
Sigla malama.
Bugilimpyo.
Kung gilimpyuhan. Okay. Nagguba
No?
gud akong cellphone a few weeks, mga 2 weeks
No,
ago, kay
wait. Karon?
we over
Unya?
we over sanitize. We've been sanitizing our phones every night for the last 5 years, but I think lately we didn't realize and it changed ang alcohol from isopropyl to ethyl, which makes it taya. So nagguba akong cellphone pag 2 weeks ago. Kaya
Bitaw?
over sanitize siya. Taya ang
But you've been
soon.
but you've been sanitizing your cell phone ever since.
Ever since, but I think more
Ah, okay.
now. Okay.
I was gonna say you don't have to if you're not going out.
Paranoid, ana gid mi ka paranoid. Kami ang balay nga every room sa mo every before every bedroom sa side kay naay ka ng even before kanang sanitizing
Ah,
nga
really?
ko ano yeah.
Really? Every bedroom na may. So you guys are kanang prepared for this uh pandemic.
Murag ana. Murag
um
ana.
Let me just quickly okay, we're live now. Just let me just quickly welcome everyone who is checking out the Facebook live stream of 032 Conversations. Today's guest is Meyan Lim Young, the creator and managing director of Bubble Tea Station and the Cebu Chamber of Commerce Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2019. Hi, man.
Yay.
I didn't know you were
Hi.
the Cebu Chamber of Commerce Young Entrepreneur of the Year
What?
last year. I didn't know about that, about your
Sorry, wala
award
mo.
ba?
I think secret naman siguro to siya. Hindi kita siya kuan. I think they announced on the newspaper. So, dili to siya kaabot sa kayo sa atong mga kuan, atong age group.
Ah, yeah. Are you
Yeah.
you don't check the newspapers at kayo like me?
No, we don't check newspapers. Kay, murag, there's nothing good on the news anymore.
That's true.
And everything on Facebook. I think everything we need to know, plus actually more, is on Facebook na. You just have to filter a lot. And mo na yung balita.
Kada you were mentioning offline pa ba when we weren't live katong murag
Mm,
like the kind kay mo changes with your routine, no? Unya,
super.
like what kind of changes man? Like, oh, I mean, you mentioned also offline. You guys haven't been out of the house for like pila to? Like
Since I
5 weeks?
think March 18 or 15, mga around that time.
No?
So like, yeah. We're very kanang, even before this whole ECQ thing, we have a routine, like we stick to our routine, it makes us sane. So before school, well, we canceled school. So, and then our daughter usually spends the whole afternoon with her grandparents, like a few doors down, but she doesn't anymore. So we're all in the house. I don't think we've ever spent this much time in our house.
Oh, for
So
sure. I
it
think a
took a
lot of
lot of
people
getting
can say
used
that.
to. Murag ba? So, di ba Duterte even joked before nga, basig na mo, maybe there are parts of your house that you haven't been to, you haven't seen, and
Oh yeah.
we all took it as a joke, pero I think we all realized that there are places in our house that we've never hung out before. We've never really enjoyed. Like I didn't realize we had so many seating areas in our house. So we
Oh
actually got
yeah.
to spend time sitting and finding our new like place to be in our house. So
Kada like a place where you can be by yourself. At least you have that luxury, no?
hmm,
Kay
mao lagi.
yeah, kay
I'm
murag like
sure a lot of people don't.
oh for sure. Like there are people like who are living in like condominiums. And yeah,
Mao lagi,
you
with
know.
kids, with small kids.
Oh yeah, yeah, can you imagine?
No,
Murag
I cannot imagine.
right? I mean, it's hard enough to like me. It's hard enough to just be in a room and have my two boys not talk to me.
Mao
Just
lagi.
leave me alone for a couple of hours. Yeah, imagine if it's like you're in like a condominium. Di gid mada,
Mao lagi.
no? So
Right.
yeah, because this whole lockdown feels really unreal good.
It does. It does. Sometimes I still don't feel like karang it's happening, but di siya tinuod good. feels like we're in some kind of a daze.
Like a Twilight Zone episode
We're
or
na kay hmm, it's not just us, it's the whole world.
Molagi, that's the
So,
weird thing. It's like
yeah.
everyone is experiencing the same thing. In fact, like I listened to a few people kind of like sa US. When I
Mm.
even feel they're in a way behind. You know what I'm saying? Like kanang karon pa sila nagingon nga, yeah, you should wear masks.
Mo
Like
lagi
last week,
bitaw.
oh, nya kita we've been
Weird
doing that for
kayo.
like almost 2 months na.
Oh, lagi. And to think we just caught on with the rest of with the other Asian countries, diba? Like Japan, they've always been doing this. My friend Bitogani who lives in Australia now, we were talking last night and we just found out last night na when they go out, dili pa din sila magmask. Kailang government is still advising them to only wear mask if you're sick. So naapa
Oh.
sila din ha ba? So we had to convince her that you never know manggod kay you can't just dodge everyone you come in contact with.
Y-
Okay, I
y-
guess they said congested kayo siguro ilahang apil na silahang consider because it thought was congested there. So they can do away without. I don't know.
Uh, I think it's like a lot of it is so like let's talk about let's say US. Let's talk about the US. So the people in the US are obviously very different with the people here in the Philippines, for example. So
Mm-hmm.
in a way, like the Americans tend to prize like freedom,
Oh,
kanang in a way they're rebellious. They're
yeah,
not an obedient population.
yeah, yeah. I
You
saw
get
the
what I'm
rallies
saying?
and
Yeah, but no,
yeah, I
but
get
never
it.
mind the rallies. Like in general, ba? Like westerns, like kanang,
Mm,
like all the movies that come out, they celebrate the hero, the person,
mm,
that one
mm,
person who's able to say no to
mm.
the to the man, o niya kanina na ba? And then
Fight for freedom, fight for kwan.
yeah, individualism kay ba?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, so what happens is when somebody's telling them what to do, because I know I felt this because I'm, I speak English. I'm very Western, no. So I felt this where when somebody's telling me what to do, my instinct yun is to be like, di ko kananga na ba?
Oh, oh.
And yeah, the Philippines actually has in a way, I feel like a fairly obedient population. Na mga gahig pero all in all, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what your take is on that, no?
No, at first, sabi na ako, gahig. I mean, dugay naman ihad. Kanatong the issues that we see right now, nga, kanang, why we can say, na gahi sila o. Dugay na ba kaya itong issue? Not just with the kanang whole social distancing, but even before, like the traffic signs or the traffic rules or the road rules. We think na, we've accepted na gahi gid ko ang Pinoy. But I think, no, it's more of kuwang og education.
Possible.
Alang siguro to sila napasabot gid og tarong kay like or we don't like give that much importance to making them understand kay after a while if like or kuwang sila sa pagsabot or di lawa sa gipasabot og tarong, I'm not so sure, but
Har,
mura kog ni
unsa man?
hmm
Mura kag
pero
niya.
ginakay ko nga wala kay ko ni kuan nga anak kang gahig-uwang Pinoy or
Yeah, the like for me the cases that are coming out ba. So the ones
mm,
that have big cases are really the congested areas.
yeah,
And yeah, the truth
what is their
is
choice?
they have no choice. Yeah, like they can't
Mm.
like kanang they live in a tiny room, maybe a tiny house, and maybe 20 to 30 people in that one house. And yeah, they're the outside of their house is their living area,
Mo lagi.
their kanang ba. So there's no choice, no.
What's your
But anyway,
choice?
I don't wanna get into let's get into
Bitaw.
the whole like
Bitaw.
the food industry.
Okay, na
No?
sidetrack.
I'm curious, like you guys, in terms of your household, what has changed in like your own like consumer habits? No?
Like a lot. Before, our household, like we like to eat out because I don't like takeout. I like to eat out. I like to experience the whole dining out, and we would probably eat out. There was a time I think that every day. Not because we didn't want to cook. We had food at home. We could cook and we could eat in our in-laws' house. But the whole experience of it. And then now, of course we can't do that anymore. So we
Y-
kana that's a significant change. The
So of
and
course you guys are eating home, and
yeah, prepare our food
I'm
more
I-
often.
I'm curious. Are you so there are establishments that are kanang they will deliver food, no?
Yeah.
Like today, my mom felt like ordering from like Cebu Country Club, so
Mm-mm.
I actually had to drive there and pick up food, no? Uh, so but like, do you guys do that, or do you cook your own food?
Because ever since before this lockdown, we've always had lunch. We always eat lunch at my in-laws' house, and then dinner we have dinner out, me and Johan. So now they still send us food, mostly takeout. So yeah, they still get a lot of takeout, and then they send us food for lunch, and then for dinner mostly we cook na our own meals from
Mm,
our doomsday stash.
yeah. So that's
Grabe.
that's a lot of takeout. So almost every
Yeah,
day
a lot
takeout
of
yapon.
takeout. They're the takeout kind of people, Manggod. They don't dine out kaayo, but they take out a lot.
That's
So,
interesting because like here in my household, we cook. Well, my parents have a chef, so
mm,
a cook. So she cooks a lot of the food. Kung feel lang ni mami nga mag-order, which is
order.
like, yeah, like not often at all. Then mag-order siya. So that's just like a little peek into what's going to be changing in the near future for the consumers, I think, no, because like right now we're in ECQ, and I think the next step will be GCQ. Mo ba na?
GCQ. Ambot lang kawen.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So, but like when it's GCQ, uh like I was talking to my cousin Mozart in a different
Mm,
stream, and yeah, we were just kanang lingaw-lingaw, but we're just talking about doomsday
mm.
scenarios. Yeah, do you know him, Mozart Reina?
No,
They're the
familiar.
They're he runs Italian food specialist. It's one of the bigger Italian what do you call that? Like raw food materials like pasta,
Mo
wine,
siguro supplier gid
tomatoes.
sa
So
before.
yeah, supplier siya, supplier.
Yeah.
So they're the one of the biggest ones I think in the Philippines. And yeah, he
Mhm.
really said he expects a lot of his customers. In fact, he said 70% of them to close once
Yeah.
this is all. Yeah, that's in a way that's shocking because that's a lot of businesses, also a lot of people who work in those establishments, right?
No
So
lagi.
there's going to be a big change, but also at the same time, people still eat, you
People will
know.
still eat
Yeah.
in their house.
Mona, so GCQ most likely there will probably be very little to no dining out, ba na? No?
Yeah, and little to know. Like I just got the an email from SM because they're preparing lagi for the GCQ. Nga, if you have dine-ins, if you have like seating space area for customers for your restaurant, okay, ang new nila nga, so you have to have put tables 6 feet apart. So dako kayo that takes up a lot of space and then lesser people. So how will you sustain ba? And then mahadlok at the same time nahadlok pa ka kay nakasagawas nagkaon. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but then of
Naasab gyud siya.
course, what's up, good? Yeah, of course, there's no idea yet if rents will be not just SM, like everybody. If rents will be adjusted to for all that. No, of course,
Na no,
wala pa.
from the start of this kanang from the start of the ECQ, kami we've been very active with getting in touch with. We have 39 stores. We have 39 landlords. So to get in touch with all those 13 and kabaw naman mi daan. We knew from the very beginning pa which landlords were like easier to talk to. Daan mo gyud sayon kastorya naa say dili gyud ba istoryahan.
Oh,
So yeah, our leasing head has been very busy, lagi kanang writing them and wala kanang proactive ones like SMs, the malls have been very considerate, but may uban nga. So mo na siya. Headache gid siya.
yeah. Let's talk
Okay.
about that. So, like, how many? So this is bubble tea station, correct?
Bubble tea station, yeah.
Okay. How many stores?
We had 39 before ECQ.
Before 39 before ECQ. So
Big,
like, so
yeah.
honestly, I'm not much of a milk tea drinker, no. But my wife, she likes your milk tea. Like
Oh, thank you.
we've had many detours because of you. Kanang, oh,
Thank you.
agis na tangari just to quickly get some milk
But we
tea.
made it more convenient, di ba? Di na ka mo drive og layo because we're like everywhere.
You guys are everywhere. Like
Everywhere,
kanang,
yeah.
there are like locations that I'm like, they have a milk tea station there. Like,
Inana
wow.
lagi.
No, I'm curious actually. Why did you decide to do that? Like kanang like really expand, no?
Okay, ang the milk tea addict yun sa amo ang family is Johan, my husband.
Mm.
So from when we opened bubble tea station in 2012, as in like every day jud, if pwede 2 or 3 times a day, mo gyud na siya. And then Johan stays home a lot. So if he goes out, we'll go to Banilad sa BTC. So kanang dol ra jud kayo siya from our house. And I milk tea dito. The problems he would see problems when we would go far. So,
Mm.
for example, we're going to the airport. Layo ba ang airport because it's traffic. So siya nga, anong mamantay milk tea diri? So, kung bitaw no, ano mamantay milk tea? So di na gid na siya nagsugod. So wherever we went, if maka road trip na wherever, so we should have a milk tea going to this place. Kay it's more really for him. Wherever it's
Wow.
convenient for him. So karon, when we go out of our house, left, right, front, and back, na bubble tea minamagian. Mo gyud na siya ang point.
But I think also there's like an advantage. Of course, being in a location helps, no. But like, uh, I don't know. I'm not sure how it is, but diba, like if you order like through all of these apps, whatever it is, Food Panda
Yeah.
or Grab, like it depends on your area, and if something is not, I don't know, within a certain circumference, they won't put it in the app where you are. Mo ba na? So like, I'm not sure how that works actually, but yeah, then if you have like multiple locations, then it makes it a lot easier to deliver, or is that not a
Yeah.
huge consideration?
That's a factor. Like Panda and Grab have different like delivery perimeters. So
Mm.
when Food Panda started, I think 5 or 6 years ago, it was kuan. I think they were considering I think 5 or 6 kilometer radius for delivery from your store, from wherever you're delivering from. So and then now I think last year they changed it. Okay, traffic's been bad and kanang the weather. They changed it from um kilometer from the radius to a 12-minute riding time, I think. So
Ah, okay.
when it rains, of course, 12 minutes you won't get far with 12 minutes. Or if kanang traffic kaayo, so at mga rush hour, mo gamay ang iyahang area. That's why sometimes you can see it from where you live, and then sometimes you can't.
Since I didn't know that. Well, in a way it's smarter because it's more accurate, no? Because you can't.
Mm.
Cebu is really small. Lahog to Mandaue is 7 kilometers. Like,
Mo,
and
mo na,
but if you drive it during rush hour before
dugay
ECQ,
kayo.
dugay good.
Dugay
Ah,
kayo.
okay,
See,
that
Food
makes
Panda
sense.
did that. And then now, I think during the ECQ, the riders are very limited. Kay, some riders are busy na delivering for other things. So sometimes I can see it from my house. Sometimes I can't. Yeah, I know it's not traffic anymore. Kaya wala man kay traffic. It's more of availability of riders na. So I think they've made so many kanang changes ilang system ba. Murag high-tech na jud kay ilang system. Nga makabasa makalculate na siya for stuff like that.
Yeah, and then of course the number of locations. So that makes the number of locations also for the bubble tea station very effective in that sense, no?
Yeah, for us, yeah. See, Grab is different. They still consider the radius, but I think they cut it by half pag start sa ECQ because the riders were very limited na because mo lagi they were delivering other things.
So yeah, kana that is definitely going to be one of the biggest changes even after lockdown because
Mm.
probably a lot of people will still be ordering via these delivery services, no?
Mm. Mo
Di
ginawa
ba,
nakita.
so di ba you guys decided to close bubble tea station before like March 20, close
Early.
your doors. You guys closed
Yes.
really early, like March
Early.
24.
Yeah.
So,
March
uh,
24 was the sorry, ano sa to?
no, yeah, go. So March 24. I was kind of curious, like, how did you know to close early? Kay, like, some people kind of waited it out pa a little bit.
Yeah. From pag I think start pa early March, mga siguro the first week of March pa we were following the progression of the coronavirus and Facebook, diba? And then ang Manila nag-start na beto sila nga they were identifying cases already in Manila, although wala pa naabot ito sa Cebu. We knew it wasn't gonna be long ba. So early March, where I was thinking na how are we gonna do this because we have so many employees and then so many stores. We can't just saying we can't do this without thinking ba. We can't just say okay, let's close tomorrow. Okay, we had to plan it out. So we're so I would talk to Johan and our other business heads just to feel them out, and then I think we decided we could finally to close. Bahala na even if the government would kanang mandate it or not. Okay, there were cases already, but there were cases already, and then the government was already like telling the public na do social distancing, kanang don't go out. But still, this our store, the malls closed. Diba? SM was the first to close, and then followed by other malls. I think the Robinsons Group. They said once the mall started closing, we saw that our other locations increased in foot traffic.
Mm.
Our delivery stores, kay grabe jud kayo kanang they transfer na sila ba instead of going to the mall, they transferred to other locations, which was very worrisome for us because na-cost na noon may og kanang crowd. So wala na yung social distancing, wala na among mga staff were very worried na, and we're not helping solve this ba. If we keep opening stores, yes, we will make a lot of money. Our sales were so high. Pero this is really what we want. So we had to go back to why we do what we do ba. Is 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 making a profit all that we're is this what we're about? So that's when we decided na we have to close good. If we want to help, we want to do our part, we have to close and keep people in their house. So
Oh
mo to siya we
yeah.
close early.
And then that's not an easy thing to do. Like you guys had like what 39, 39.
Was
I
that
keep remembering the number 39 stores.
39?
Oh, so like that's like even just doing that is in a way kind of difficult ba. Okay, all of a
It
sudden you have to
was.
worry about everything, your rent, your employees. Uh
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys had stock. I think we bought like yeah, I think Steph bought Yakult from you guys, di ba?
Yeah, Yakult, di ba? Yakult. We sold so much Yakult. Grabe,
That's
Jud.
right. Yeah, akong kids, grabe kayo mo inom og Yakult.
I didn't realize, anak ka, grabe mo inom og Yakult ang mga tao until we sold Yakult nga, like those small bottles, yun. So, we had a lot of, wa na siya ni matter, I mean, the things that we're going to spoil, the ingredients that we're going to spoil, wa na, na to, secondary na lang to siya namo nga concern ba. It was more of, we tried to stay open for as long as we could, because lagi, our employees need sweldo, but between lagi making money and or earning, between making a living and actually living, mas important siguro ang living. So we did we gave them na like voluntary na mga cash advance, and then released like mga prorated na mga na 13th month, and released all sweldos early mo to siya. And then we worried about the ingredients that were about to expire, the inventory after na. May gamay na
Yeah.
lang kay to siya nga problem for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the employee is good is actually, I think, the big
Yeah.
kind of issue, no. So, like, you guys have had some time to think about this, I'm sure. Like
Yeah.
with all of the, yeah, right, diba? So, you guys reopened the one or two branches recently.
Just two.
Mm.
We there are a lot of factors manggod in reopening ba kay with no public transportation, and there are staff, most of our staff or frontline staff are female. So dili ba ni sila magmotor kayo. And kana we have a lot of things to consider, like where do they live, because a lot of them manggod na who really live in the province were able to go home na. Kay sayo ba mini close. So before na suspend ang public transportation, man na lang nakauli sila. So limited ang manpower. At the same time, murag operating mango during for me, operating during ECQ, yes, it's important for us because at least na lang we had kanang say, money coming in ba. But we're actually more concerned about the after, the post ECQ. Kay I think we need to think about that more, because this is not the effects of this of the COVID is not going to last only 3 months, or but this is a it's expected to last longer. So that's what we're really thinking about now, how to like how to operate long term.
Yeah,
Okay,
kay,
crisis, we're looking at a crisis. So
oh, for sure. Yeah, I actually,
mm,
I probably say this in every podcast that we've been doing in the past few weeks. Nga, the just in case somebody is listening and thinks that this is going to end once ECQ ends, it's not
lagi.
going to end because the it's going to end once a vaccine is ready
Yes,
and distributed.
yes.
No,
Mao
so
na siya.
the most generous uh time frame would be a year, but that's
Mm.
like the best case scenario. So in a way,
Miracle na siya.
yeah, so that's unlikely to happen, no,
Unlikely to
for a
happen.
vaccine. um it could be a vaccine, or we find out how to treat the virus effectively, no, either
Yan
way,
na.
no. So it's going to be quite some time. So what do you think is gonna, like, so once GCQ happens, we'll have a whole different set of parameters to live by, no?
Mhm.
Uh, what do you think is going to change? So like, kana, so you mentioned nga you open not really for the ECQ but really thinking forward. So what do you think
Mm.
is gonna happen?
Well, for the I guess in a way I consider ourselves lucky because most of our stores are small, 'di ba? If we have stores nga inline or the seating, but they're still much smaller compared to the normal like milk tea shop. So and lagi since it's discouraged now to do dine in, so ang takeout kami nagyapon naka-benefit na we have so many stores na we can pick which store will serve this like immediate community.
Mm-hmm.
And kay wa naman, I don't think the malls will be kanang the best place to go after this. So in and out ka sa mall. So what where will you go to kana smaller strip malls or kanang smaller arcades, or somewhere hopefully somewhere along the way sa imong balay o sa imong office if people will still go to the office. So the foot traffic will really go down. And what are we going to do? What are you going to do with your extra dine-in space? If you're lucky, your your landlord will give a rental like concession, but I don't know if that's possible.
Hard to say if that's
Um,
gonna happen.
hard to say kasi sila pod mga country sila isud sad baya. So I think mo na siya ang if why a lot of the food businesses will close if you have especially if you have dine-in stores and di
So
katagaan og discount.
so so foot traffic will probably really decrease dramatically, right? But
Yeah.
what we can probably expect is a lot more deliveries.
Kana, a lot more
No?
deliveries, and then kana being available because before we were like bubble tea, we position ourselves to be available you from your house to your school, or from your or to your work, or like your part to be part of the routine of your kuan ba, your drive home,
Like
your
you're
or to
on you're
school.
on the way.
We're on the way.
Yeah. Like I
So on the way
mentioned,
home,
plenty
on
of
the way kuan.
detours.
Oh, kana. So, but now I don't think we will go back. A lot of people will go back to working at their office. A lot of people will work from home. And school, I think, will not be normal school. So we have to consider that, because why? Because di ba mo like, I won't go out of my house na lang just to get bubble tea. How will we make it more convenient for you as a customer ba to enjoy our product? And before man good, people would drink bubble tea as a treat man gud siya, di ba? Reward mo sa imong self after a hard day's work or something, kapoy nga day, or with group, with your friends, kay mo like, siya ka ng lingaw ba? But how will you say nga, I had a hard day at work when you're just at home? Even if you're busy, mo like, di man good kayo. Di kayo as kapoy when we're working from home than actually being at an office or in school. So we have to also find that, like, how can bubble tea be, how can bubble tea like make your day now when it's not gonna be as hard or as kapoy. No? So we have a lot of things that we need to figure out, and also to
Well,
make it less to be more cost efficient.
to be fair, like let's say, in a way, this whole pandemic is, well, let's say working from home might not be as kapoy, but you do have the stress of really the coronavirus hanging over
Kana
your
sad.
head. Like I know that like for the first week or two, I was like a little depressed. Like kanang, like clearly, unsa ni ba nga murag, oh, this is really, this sucks. Kanang this is but again, yeah, it just so happens nga 1 or 2, almost 2 months na ta lockdown. Like, sige na lang,
Mm.
murag naanad na lang ba. But
Naanad na lang.
yeah, but you've made it like easily so when you guys opened your 2 branches, it's all takeout, diba?
Take out and delivery. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're about to open more stores. Malagi ka nang we can't manggod. I know a lot of places have opened already. Like normal lang, like they didn't do anything to their setup. They just opened, but take out lang. But since I said we're paranoid people, almost a Changi, we have to make sure that our staff, not just our staff, our customers are also safe. So when we opened another store, like we opened our JY branch last week, we redid the setup of the layout of the store. So our seating was converted into an extension of our assembly area.
Mm.
So para po our staff can maintain social distancing ba? And to protect our staff, we closed off our area. So the customer can't go inside our leased area anymore, which they could before man. Kay sitting area man siya. Now, di na. We have to consider those things. And we had to do training sa staff. Kaya different ba ni siya nga. We had to come up with a safety and sanitation protocol for our store. We couldn't just stick to what we knew already. Kay kanang, if simbako lang they get sick, that still goes back to you ba.
Yeah, so
So,
like yeah, I did actually think about that. Like, you have to keep your employees, you
yeah.
have to give them room basically. They're
Yeah.
going to move around, but they have to have like room to actually breathe, no, in a way,
Mm.
no. And then also all of these like other processes are added, I guess nga, before you hand out the milk tea to the customer, you have to wipe it with some sort of sanitary thing, or you have to sanitize it, no, it's something like that, all those little processes.
Little things that add up ba. Kay, I wouldn't like normal people man good, 'di ba? You don't really normal people don't know where their hands touched. That's why we catch the cold. That's why people have got COVID. So to make them aware, like now we have to make our people aware ba. Always know asa gikan imong kamot. What you touch, where you what you do with your hands kana kay dako kay siya nga factor that and they have to understand that now every 30 minutes kay ring sa timer, sanitize dayon, wash hands at sanitize. Not just your
Oh,
hands,
really?
but
So you
also
have a
your work
timer
area.
good. You have a timer good.
Amo
Like,
na na
ano?
siyang amo na
Okay.
siyang gi-assign ng timer, and kung sa una magod suggestion lang ng, oh guys, ha, wash hands every kuan now, murag makasuspended ka og di ka manghugas og kamot kay grave na manggod siya nga if it was just nothing, it was a minor, if minor lang na siya nga offense before, now you can consider it a grave offense kay di ba you can transmit this virus, that could, a deadly virus. And kanang like apart, one thing we had to look at also when we opened JY, because I wanted to know from the store team if naa ba sila a problem with crowd control sa customers, if the customers were lining up, if they were keeping their distance, if they didn't like kanang congregate in a certain area. Sa JY man no problem, but we had an issue, not an issue, we had a hard time sa our delivery branch because the riders would, we bought a megaphone ha to announce na riders please keep your distance, huwat lang mo sa kanang designated area, wala kanang magkuan gid sila, kanang di sila mapatuo ba,
Mag-congregate gihapon sila.
congregate gid sila,
Ah.
magchika-chika sila, although yeah they wore masks, but still ba
Yeah,
kanang we
with
put,
the riders, at least for the lining up, I've seen some very kanang quote unquote innovative ways that people have been doing it. No, so like you see pictures nga they just draw a circle on the floor. Yeah, they just put
yeah,
step here, or I saw like ganina kanang Palawan ba na siya? What's it called?
sa
Kanang
Palawan
Palawan.
Express.
Oh yeah, they just put, there was a Palawan Express on their on that used to be parking area. Sa
Mm,
parking area, they just put monoblock chairs.
yeah,
Yeah, 1 meter apart ang monoblock chairs. So murag they designed it in such a way nga it is clear
yeah,
that you need to be social distancing, because if you don't do
ang,
anything, people will just
yeah, make up their own
kanang,
rules.
yeah, and then there is
Pero
a
kailangan
whole,
good nga
oh
someone
go.
has to like be there manggod and facilitate it, because people will
Mm.
not read, like when we put chairs and then distance them mga 1 meter apart, what they did, gikuha ang chairs and then brought it to wherever they wanted to sit.
Oh really?
Yeah, so kung saan man gyud ni kay ambot I don't know why they feel so invincible. So ako ang gibuhat is, and karon it's better now because these riders are the same ba ya, they come back and then they're employed by Food Panda, so magbalik-balik ra rin sila. Napulaan naman sila paminaw kaya mo ang dispatcher di man gyud mo undang og sige
Mm.
announce dito, so eventually good so dugay-dugay sad siya, but kailangan gyud nga na ay mag, so now we need like that extra person to focus that on that task na extra ba na siya nga task.
Yeah.
So that's why di imi mo dali-dali gyud open, because I think the sales will really come in good if mo na mi mo open me. So the sales, but that's not the concern man good now. How do we be responsible ba? How do we take care of our staff and our customers at during this time? Kay hmm,
You have
if
a social responsibility to do so.
yeah,
As
as
a
an
business.
employer,
Yeah.
yeah, kay our staff, mo gani, they don't know, so we had to train them. So and even when we did a training, kanang di bitaw kay sila kasabot dayon, where they don't, you don't see it, manggo the virus, you don't see the virus. So di kay sila kasabot na I don't know, they think that they're invincible. So we had to really kanang balik-balik gid bitaw nga, this is kanang not to scare you, but this is, people are dying, people have died, you see that on Facebook, on the news. So dili ka exempted ani kay dili ka superman,
Yeah, this is the
balik-balik gid
reality right
siya,
now.
the
So
reality. So
the
I
training, balik-balik yun. You did you feel that
balik-balik
ba?
jud.
Amurag kanang people didn't take it seriously kaayo? Or
Before
was
the
that early
ECQ,
on?
yeah.
Before the
Before
ECQ?
the
Ah, yeah, yeah,
ECQ,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
But
didn't take it seriously
karon,
before the ECQ.
wa na kami pag January pa lang daan magbasta kami.
Oh,
But
yeah.
kanang karon, it's not nga. I think some of them sad, or most of them not nga I'm not taking this seriously, but di bitaw dila dayon kaayo mo lagi, they're not so aware ba. So they don't understand nga one, I do this one, I'll touch my, touch this or accidentally breathe on you could be life threatening. They understand the wearing of mask, pero what if your mask is kanang not worn properly? What if you touch your mask sa front instead of here? Kanang mga nana, there's a little things ba that we need to be kanang aware of, and balik-balik yun di mo nila kay mag, may infected ang usa, simba ko, infected tanan.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
So,
Well, I'm sorry. I'm curious. So did you? So until now, you still had to reiterate all of that, or is that early on pa?
like yesterday in one of our stores, like we noticed sa CCTV na ang,
Mm.
ang usa kang mask na nasa ilawom, sa iyang
Yeah, like
nose,
ang
ana.
nostrils makitaan. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So gitawag na pod kay lagi and kanang sa mo siguro to kuwang lang siguro sila sa pagsabot nga ang point sa mask kay dili ra ang imong mouth but also to cover your nose. So balik-balik siya kanang patience is a virtue.
I'm curious the reason why I asked is I'm just curious. Obviously, I don't have a sense of what people are doing or thinking about it in thinking
Mhm.
about this whole pandemic. But if you look at the news, it seems serious. Everybody.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is our news is different news from kadang the from let's say people who live in Barangay Luz
Mm.
or Alaska Mambaling, for example. Like they literally get different news than we do. No,
Mm, mm,
uh,
mm.
like if they're like going back to Facebook ba. So kita what we see on Facebook are our peers and what they
Yeah.
think. Oh, which is very different from the peers of somebody else
Yeah,
of
that's
like
true.
a different social class, let's say. Uh so I'm kind of curious to see in that sense. Okay, of course, if you're an employer, you want to be equipped with how to deal with a certain mindset, no? Uh,
Oh,
and
we
so
found it hard na gani before just to like implement simple stuff. Katong not deadly and we weren't even dealing with a deadly virus then. So, kung katong sa una, pwede ra to ma-slide, now, di naman good pwede. So,
mm,
kanang
no?
discipline gyud, marag isud siya.
Uh,
That's why wag gyud mi gadali. Kay the things that we're considering are bigger than just making money or having sales now. We're thinking
kanang
about the future.
ni comment yun si Steph. See, I told you. She really likes
Dollar sa
uh
inyo ha, JY Square is open. I think that's where you're going after this, Carlo.
I already bought her. So, go Mother's Day ugma. Unya,
Oh.
what? Can't get any flowers be or anything. So, niadto ko convenience store.
Ano man.
Ipalit ko ka ng mga chocolate.
Oo, di ba?
Oh, mana, I'm done.
Mana.
I'm done with my gift. Um,
Kada
so,
mo gato staff no bubble tea for you.
well, you can go get the bubble tea, no problem. No, do it okay na. So, but speaking of like deliveries, but yeah, we can have it delivered. Speaking of deliveries, have you and you guys are used to delivering already uh the bubble tea, the milk tea, diba? Like
Yeah.
because there are establishments that don't necessarily like there are establishments that are purely dine in or walk in
Mhm.
or maybe even takeout, but they've never really tried delivering. And then all of a sudden now with this quote unquote new normal, they have to really seriously think about it. And it has its own set of headaches, I assume.
Lahi
No?
sad siya. Before man gud, we've been with Food Panda for 5 or 6 years. So dugay-dugay na sad. But delivery man gud was only a small percent of our total like sales. So whatever commission that Food Panda took was gamay ra ba, negligible ra siya ba? Kay di ba ni siya to main nga business. More naman lang siya delivery before was pakapin na lang for those who don't want to like get stuck in traffic. O, pa-deliver na lang mo. Or, na may meeting, di mo ka dalikyat. Okay, pa-deliver na lang mo. But now, magod, the shift, magod is, delivery will become, like, most of our customers, most of our customers will now opt for delivery. So, now sab na. So, we have to reconsider sad how much this will cost us. Okay, we can't just keep paying Food Panda the commission. Okay, na, we have stores, physical stores that are still open. So if puro na lang delivery, who will pay the rent sa mga of our stores? Okay, we can't if we pay everything to Food Panda,
The
then we
margin
can't make
is
rent na.
much different, yun, no?
Yeah. So kana we're also looking at that, considering that kay although yeah, Food Panda has a big following. We would never, I think, give up Food Panda, but um we also have Bubble Tea Station also has a following na bayadaan na
Yeah.
built in na. So I think people will kuan na lang, it's matter for us now, it's a matter of figuring out because people's needs now have changed man good. Di ba? Like there are people who will pay more to have their products delivered by Lala Move, but kay di man jud ka mahanlok, man jud ka mogawa, so bahala na I pay more. But there are people na murag di ganahan mo bayad og delivery, so they'll probably send their driver or like you know, mogawas ka diyot, pro ka diyot lang.
Yeah.
But there are people, lain nag-need karon ba based on sa kakahadlok sa virus. So we have
And
to identify those, like the new kinds of people and the new kinds of habits and routines that develop sa mga tao because of this forced na change of lifestyle. That's what we're trying to figure out so we can serve the people better. More people. We can reach more people there.
yeah, and then I also noticed like consumers, well, at least right now, they have a different level of pasensya in a way.
Oh,
I think they know nga, for example, Food Panda or Grab nga, that there's so many people ordering now. So even if it takes them 40 minutes just to get one kanang Food Panda order, murag people are willing to wait ba? Well, I guess maybe because they have no choice, no?
I have no
Uh,
choice.
mm,
Ang mo na ako nabantayan, kasi before mo good, di ba? Okay, whenever we would see it in other countries, di ba, when we travel, nga, ato kag convenient, ato kag 7-Eleven or grocery, nga, ang linya, on a normal, not non-rush nga hour, kay, taas kayo, kay, usa ra ka tawo ang nagman sa counter, o nagbuhat sa tanan. But people will patiently wait. Here, dili ba na ato, di ba?
yeah.
Mulayan lang gamay, pahuwato ng hagamay, bisag kita na busy kay mga tao, kay, magreklamo dayon. So this is
Yeah,
actually teaching us to be more patient.
yeah, I'll say it. Kanang, well, maybe you won't want to say it because you own it's just like I'll say it like in a way, consumers here in the Philippines are very I'm blanking
Entitled.
on the word. Uh, yeah, entitled, spoiled.
Yeah.
The Because when you go, like I remember like going to Japan. Yeah, you go to Japan and then if you get kanang shared seating, like which is the norm here, diba? Like you get a table of by yourself. You can have like four people
Uh.
to a table. Most of the restaurants in Japan is like single. You have a
Yeah.
space. You eat by yourself or you're shoulder to
Yeah.
shoulder with another person. Kunya lahi gyud ba? Lahi gyud
Right, good.
yeah, the norms. And then yeah, us here as Filipinos are honestly really spoiled in terms of the service, like in general,
Mm.
no?
Yeah,
Uh,
tinuod gyud siya. Nalipay ko mo na ang we're just trying to kanang identify na lang ba kanang the things that are the good things that have happened because of this pandemic. And that's one of the things that before people would kanang complain bisag gamay lang kay nga delay. It's not even considered delay kay there's a line ba, yeah. It's not like the staff were not doing not working, but kanang gamay lang kayo nga huwat kay ma impatient na ng tao. What now? Wa mo kay choice.
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I see those complaints. Sometimes like it's quite unreasonable. Like they'll be like, "Oh, imong tindera nagchika-chika siyang miga." And you're like, they're working while talking. Like they're
Yeah,
working while
wala
talking.
gyud.
And yeah, you know, na
And
nalipay get you Steph. Okay, no, yeah. Or take
yay. Take note where you're going after. Kanang Also, like I came from the service industry. I know what it's like to work good. And I've worked not just in another for another company, but I also worked in bubble tea station as a frontliner before when we were smaller. And yung kabantay sad ko na ang mga tao di kayo mo reklamo kung ako ang nasa tubangan. Pero so nganong mamili pa man ta, di ba? I mean, pareha raman siguro ang klase nga service ang akong gihatag
Yeah.
ang gihatag sa staff. But
Did you
so
try
I think
kanang working kanang the front kanang as a service crew like outside of bubble tea? Like
yeah,
another
yeah, I worked in um an international coffee chain.
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The-
for
I
two
used
years.
I really 2 years.
Two
Ako
years.
kay I well my only service experience was I worked in Jollibee for a month. When yeah,
Mo ba? Pag
it was
ano man?
enough. 1 month was enough. It was a eye-opening experience. It was the Jollibee in downtown. I think at the
Oh my gosh,
time,
ka-basic.
yeah, it's like the at the time I was in high school, so it was like a summer job. So I wasn't even
Mm-mm.
really working. It was like 4 hours lang a day.
Yeah,
Pero kanang it was enough to get a sense of how hard the job is.
it's hard. It's hard. And katong pag-start ng ECQ, my husband and I started making drinks baya from our house. Because mo, lagi we had kanang mga these sinkers, like the coffee jelly nga na-opened na ma-expire, the Yakult. So, daghan man kaayo, kay giuli ba siya sa store. So, we decided na para mahurot na lang ni, we would take orders. But we did broadcast it sa bubble tea nga site, just sa among Facebook. So, kaming duha and we had so many orders and then ko kanang kapuyag gid sa akong lawas and ko wow, I forgot how kapoy manual labor is ba. Ko nga kanang at the end of the day kanang hagba kanang kapoy gid kay imong lawas and then after we worked pa all day carrying all these heavy stuff and ko wow, this is what our frontliners do every single day ba and ilang lawas mas gagmay pag sa amo and then after they cook atubang sa customer kasabaan na pud ka kay whatever reason. So kanang kapoy good siya and it gave me a new like another level of respect bitaw for them kay you forget man good nga kanang you can't like empathize with the person but you can put yourself in their shoes and you don't really understand how kapoy or how hard that they're going through. And at the end of the day, pag uli na mo, which was like 2 steps lang from our commissary to our house to our kitchen, kapuyan maghunahuna na pud ka kasi I have to take care, I have to cook dinner, I have to like fix the house and this is the what normal people I think that most of the people kanang go through ba that so
Uh,
kanang lahi siya ng eye opener it's nice.
we touched on this a little bit before, but I got
Mm-hmm.
a question from Kathleen Quinquito de la Torre. It's a long question, so our faces are
Yeah.
cut up a little bit. But so, how much time did it take for the market to pick up
That's
when
a
you
big question.
shifted from mostly dine-in service to pick up and delivery services only? She has a small fast food
Mm-hmm.
business. Yeah, right now minimal traction from the market. I don't know if this like recently or on Sadmoni open
Yeah,
balik, no?
recently ra kanang di gid siya it's not the same good I mean from JY lang I mean comparing it to the JY like foot traffic before we or our JY branch foot traffic um before we went into ECQ kanang and this is normal and I as long as I think as long as we're in ECQ or ECQ I don't think maparihadjud ang foot traffic because like the mall isn't operational and the people that work in well the mall goers are not there kay wala may mall kuan lang kanang where we're getting our customers now are katong from the call center that's operational and the supermarket that's still operational. So I don't think we should worry about that right now because most people can't go out. Like only about 1 person per household lang. So this is normal, I think. And it will pick up again. Maybe not as well as it used to, but it will pick up after the ECQ is lifted. When more people from can go out.
Yeah, there's this yeah, once the GCQ opens, probably more traction, but hard
More.
to we probably cannot expect to have the same
No.
level of sales as prior to the pandemic, no?
Yeah.
Like yeah, I don't know if it's a real quote, but it's like a Jack Ma picture
Mm-hmm.
picture of Jack Ma, that Alibaba guy, and yeah, it's like the 2020 is, you know, is the year to just stay alive. Just
Survival ragid.
yeah.
Mao ragid na,
We're-
and then kana lang. So bare minimum, what will it take for you to survive, to live? So sagi na lang tong profits and investments and kanang sagi na lang. Anyway, we can't travel man pod or can't travel man sad, so we don't have to save for anything. Kana just survive. Amuang now is kanang we keep as many people as we can, if not all. Kana mo na siyang goals. Basic na kana siyang goals and to um no, financially survive this pandemic. That's the best case scenario, I think, for all businesses this year.
just to survive na lang yun at this point, no?
Survive na
'Cause
lang.
there for sure there will be certain businesses that do quite well just by the mere
Yeah.
fact that's, their whole business is catered toward it. But like probably in general, the food industry, at least the restaurant or beverage industry, I don't know what you call, like cafes, that sort of thing, or milk tea places,
Mm.
no? But that whole industry, probably the expectation is really gonna just survive na lang good, no?
Survive na lang good and kanang if I also read because I've been reading articles ba kanang if thinking out of the box has always been a good thing, but karon more than ever we need to like think get out of the box kanang focus all your energy into that because before man good like kanang way before this ECQ, this COVID, kanang 'di ba when you start a lot of startup businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs will pattern ba ya? Pattern their business from like other successful na mga companies. So na copy paste na hitabo and then you just make it look the way you want it to look and then, but maora ang murag ang
There's so,
style.
there's sort of a formula,
There's a
kanang
formula.
yeah,
Now
sort
there's
of.
no formula.
Oh, right now, oh yeah.
So karon mura siya kana na clean na wipe naka-wipe clean bitaw ang slate. So katong mga tao nga may kay mo think, may kay ideas, now is the best time to kanang try those ideas kay wala man sila makapihan. So kanang katong mga tao nga igor sa kabaw mo copy paste, well, they have to try harder now because how will you survive the next few months? How will your business survive the next few months? And especially, I think those people like the milk, like okay, the milk tea business by the industry has kanang boom ba kay siya now, and but like we've had so many competitors, good, grabe left and right. People have said na more siya kanang mushrooms ba nga sprouting everywhere and milk tea man good for me, for us, is our passion man good inamo. This is our craft. We've been working on this, improving the brand, improving the products for the last 8 years. And of course, kanang through thick and thin, nagyud inamo, we can't just abandon this project because we're going through a rough time. We have 250 employees. So and I think this is that that responsibility, that kanang this passion for our craft will is what's going to kanang keep us going ba because we're not gonna make money. But if you were in this, if you were in any kind of business for the just for the money ba, nakisakay ka sa trend kasi sakay ta kay na kwarta diri, it's not gonna look like that this year at least. So what will be your kanang your force ba? What will empower you to get through this time? I mean, we can't give this up because we have so many employees and we just love it too much to give up on it now. So what's your driving force going to be now that there's no money?
You mentioned like thinking out of the box, but I'm just curious. I don't know if you have an answer for this, or if there's anything you want to willing to
Mm-hmm.
share. No, but like, is there anything that you guys thought about, like in terms of out of the box
Mm,
ideas?
out of the box siya for us because we but kanang yeah, di ba ideas are a dime a dozen and a lot of ideas magod there were a lot of ideas before na wala na mag-entertain because we're so comfortable na doing what we were doing, and it would be too much of a hassle to even change it for what. But now those ideas nga that seemed extreme before were applicable na siya now. So
Like
mo
what
na
now?
siya,
Anything specific, or is it still
and
top secret?
that's still, yeah, top secret.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Mm. Yeah, milk tea is interesting. Is an interesting product for me because like it's true. Like over the years, there've been so many competitors, so many different milk tea shops coming sprouting about.
Yeah,
And I already
Bejud.
mentioned, I'm not really a milk tea drinker, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good sense of like differentiation. No,
Mm-hmm.
but but it has not gone away. Like people really like milk tea because I remember, I don't know if you remember that like a few years ago there was this yogurt thing na
Yeah.
uso, and then as quickly as nauso siya, nawala
Namatay
sad
to
siya
siya.
dayon. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was I don't know what it is, no? Kay I guess with the milk tea it's a lot easier to differentiate between brands
No,
or
katong yogurt for me, Manggod, was so milk tea ba, di ba, started right after the yogurt craze. We
mm,
opened, I think, when we opened BTS, magnapat to yung mga traces of mga yogurt, katong the yogurt craze when we opened, and nahurot rasad sila. When we opened, people were like saying, "Ha, it's just going to be like yogurt na mamatay ra dayon." Ana, from the start, gyud ko nga, I didn't have the guts or the confidence to like tell them nga, ha, dili uy. Pero in my mind lang ha, gut feel, I've always operated on instinct para gyud from the time I started this. And I knew gyud nga it wasn't going to end up the same because like what was the yogurt craze about? It was having healthy ice cream. You don't eat ice cream every day. For me, I eat ice cream probably once every 2 months. Why would I want healthy ice cream if it's something I have every 2 months? So,
I have it almost every day.
okay. But I guess
I'm just
most
saying.
people siguro
Yeah,
ba,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like, why would I, like, I drink Coke once every 3 months. But so when I drink Coke, di ko mag-Coke Zero. Ato ko sa Coke na tinuod. Kay,
Yeah, yeah.
parang sara man. So, moto, moto feel gid na ako kay, no, kay, at that time, ang good, the coffee industry was booming, and we also have those kanang shake, kanang mga pearl shake or fruit shake. Filipinos like to drink something. Di ba? Pwede gud ta di mukaon basta nalang tigigunitan nga mainom. So di fit man gud ang katong milk tea. Ana, so mo to nga sure jud ko na di gito siya mapareha sa yogurt. But it worked to my advantage, to our advantage, because people were scared to go into the milk tea business right after the yogurt craze. So that's why it took a long time. So we had good time to kanang before me na time sa competition.
Oh, you had time to lay down your roots. I'm
Yeah.
sure you did all sorts of experimenting in terms of like the different flavors, that whole thing. Yeah, the other interesting thing for me about milk tea is like everybody has their favorite milk tea drink, and it's very specific.
It's very
Uh,
specific.
yeah, like kanang like that's why when like so kanang that's why in a way for me like I'm confused every time I order a milk tea drink because like, oh sir, you want this new, like what's your sugar level, do you want
Oo.
there's so many options but, and then I get paralyzed by the number of
Mm,
options, and
mm,
yeah,
mm.
when you see Steph, whenever she tells me to buy a drink, I wanna, it's just like really long kanang,
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, like something winter melon with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
honey, and yeah, kanang the sugar level is like this, and yeah, and then of course everybody has like like every brand of milk tea. It's all different, yun ba? Like it's
Yes.
really all
Present
different.
siya differently.
Yeah, and then you can tell like there's some people in the comments already like so. I will just quickly go through some. So si Bea says hi.
Hi,
Uh,
Bay.
Mikey, he misses his green apple Yakult bubble tea. Uh,
Oh yeah, it's so refreshing right now. Oh,
oh
that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
sister.
Oh yeah, there. And then she kana. That's her
Kana
drink
siya, addict sad na siya, like super addict. So I
of what?
know man good like
Oh yeah,
ang
the
milk tea,
milk tea.
my sister and my husband, they all work for bubble tea ha. Ang milk tea biasa amo kay unlimited like because the commissary is right beside our house, so unlimited ang milk tea but sila mo gyud sila kanang so I know nga dili gyud niya siya mamatay kay ang akong sister akong bana na buang pa man gani. So sila
So
akong gauge.
so kana ba? So like considering that this industry, the milk tea kanang industry is like there's a lot of competitors now, right? Like ana, and then
Super.
now now a lot of the ways to like stand out, I guess, will be kind of considering that there's not many like walk-ins anymore. Like a lot of it will be
Mhm.
online na tinali, diba? Like
Online sad. So yeah, online bro. If Facebook I think was samok before. Samot. Karon di ba every imong feed kay puro pagkaon, someone selling something.
yes, kana.
So,
So like
yan na siya. So
yeah,
how will you
see,
stand out? But online
yeah,
naman gini siya daan na baya for a
yeah,
long time even before we all closed, di ba? Marag, you were able to show who you are as a brand by being present online and kana kay may sa traffic ba you can't just yung ko pwede mo adto lang just to see unsa what you have to offer unless you're in the mall but you know the malls now are you can't not anyone can get into the mall na baya di ba if you're a new business kay you have to prove yourself dapat na kay track record or you have to be really special to be able to be given a kanang space in the mall so I think for a lot of people more siya reset button so even if you've already made a name for yourself before for your company if you can't keep up with this with how things are gonna work from now on then habilin ka.
that's right. That's what my friend said. He thinks like he has like a restaurant niya murag dili pa kayo known. Yeah, there's a
Mm.
lot of things he wanted to change, and then he
Mm.
said yun nga murag, oh, in a way everybody is starting from the same level na all of a sudden.
All of a
Okay,
sudden
yeah, that's an interesting.
but kuan sad siya of course na katong branded na or katong known na mga brands of I think naagya po yung edge because
Oh yeah, yeah,
your money is limited and then I'm not going okay ay ako experience sa Facebook pag start online market kay pag start aning ECQ di ba daghan kay mga online sellers na so kita po ver ibog kita so I ordered so many kinds of food from different people and then horrible to kog na ano nila me, magmahay na noon ka ba? So you like trying something for the first time na walay reviews, walay wail. So nibalik lang hapon ko to people nga I mean to sellers nga kani sila nga family kay well known ni sila for this or kay by now na may mga reviews ang mga tao, di ba? So mutanaw siya kasi reviews lami ba ni will we order again? So okay we'll try this seller. So matagam man gyapon ang tao. And
yeah,
most of them mahitabo now with everyone like with a milk tea business na people are opening with different kinds. So it better be good. Ana lang.
yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. But you guys have brand equity, no? You
No,
guys
you
have
know,
built that kind of people know na your brand, but that brand equity. So like, so if you're starting from scratch, you don't know, you know, like you don't, nobody knows who you are yet. Oh, again, so
yeah,
yeah, then you're relying a lot on reviews as opposed to kanang
familiarity and
yes,
okay, why would I choose if you're a new option in this market, if akong customer, why would I choose you? Diba? If you offer the exact same thing from like 10 other like brands, so why would I choose you?
I wonder if
Diba?
that's going to be one of the side effects of kanang this whole pandemic. No, okay, what like for example, like let's keep it milk tea. So milk
Mm.
tea, daghan kay mo competitors, right? Like
I've
daghan.
stopped keeping track yun sa kadaghan.
Okay. So, but so right now, if the competitors they could survive because like they just so happen to be in the same area that this person is, and this person's like, I want the milk tea. I don't see my
Mm, mm,
usual
mm, mm.
favorites. I'm gonna try this guy. No?
Yeah.
But then when you're online, or you're a lot less I wonder, it might be that you might be a lot less willing to experiment with your orders. I wonder if that's going to be something to think about. So kinda like what you were saying, uh like if I want a milk tea, I'm going to go to somebody, to a brand that I know and that can deliver
Mm-hmm.
a good milk tea, or let's say lechon, for example. Like I
Mm,
want a
mm.
certain kind of lechon. Ngano mo try man ko ani niya nga I've never heard of them. Nindot sila picture pero hard to say if I'm going to like it.
Yeah,
Ali
yeah.
ko sa akong known usual nga brand, because all of a sudden you're not looking at kanang accessibility, because everybody has the same level of
Yeah.
accessibility if you're all
Now,
ordering from home. That's
kuan
interesting.
siguro murag marketing lang gyud gihapon siya. How well can you present your pictures? How well can you describe your product? If di ba, if nobody knows you yet. So
Yeah, but there will be a lot, that will be a lot harder for somebody as opposed to brands that have the that equity, that have already
mm, mm,
built the
mm, mm.
trust with the consumer ba,
Kana
no?
sad. Yeah, it's really harder. Pero kanang karon if magwapa lang nila ilang picture kay okay naman.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. We've been talking for over an hour.
No ba?
Yeah. Um, just a quick recap. So expect a lot of changes good in the food industry. It looks like in the near future there will be quite a number of deliveries, no? So probably have to think about
Kana
that. And of course, like the place, if you do have uh places that faces a customer, there's going to be a lot of like some sort of sanitation, a lot of changes in the processes, that sort of thing, no? Um,
yeah.
anything
I mean,
else?
you should consider that as a business owner,
Oh yeah.
changing your processes and investing more. Because right now our costs went up because
Mm.
we now buy so much sanitizing like agents and stuff and mga protection, mga PPE. So, but sige na lang. Kay,
Oh yeah,
kaya
for sure.
important man siya.
And then
Yeah.
the whole time this coronavirus is still out there, I don't know, like you're saying, maybe it's not a good time to expect a lot of profit, no?
Or
Can I
any
set
profit at
expectations?
all.
Maybe any profit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good news, everybody. But yeah, but, so for you, your focus for in the future of bubble tea station will just be kanang hold on na lang sa gyud.
Kana
Okay.
gyud motto for the year. Hold on.
Okay. So did I miss anything? Is there anything you want to talk about that I did not
Hmm.
address?
Wala raman?
Okay. Where can people find you?
Well, right now, Bubble Tea Station is available in Food Panda and Grab, but limited pa iyahang reach. We're also available for takeout at our JY Square branch in Lahog. We are we're gonna open more branches this week, and if the ECQ is gonna be lifted, then our mall branches will be open. But we're not sure about when that will be. But
Okay.
mo-open man daw.
Oh yeah. Well, open yun na sila for sure. It's
Lagi.
but muna kanang like that's actually another interesting one. Like kanang like kay people go to the malls to relax, hang out with their friends, and then now that's almost illegal.
Mo
Kanang
lagi.
'di ba? So
Pero
yeah.
I think people will find ways. Pinoy we're very resourceful, and then some, if the rules ba, if dili musuway ba gyud ang Pinoy, and if dili na nimo i kanang if di ka mag-monitor sa imong mga rules, if you follow ba siya or wa, kay wa na magguba ra gyud, ma-break ra gyud na siya, mangita gyud paagi ang Pinoy na mubuhat silang gusto.
Actually, lisod magyud kay, humans in general are kanang social beings. And yeah, ang
Hmm.
Pinoy is
Mas
more
grabe.
social pa gyud than the usual
Yeah,
uh, human, 'di ba?
no
So
good.
murag kanang lisod gyud like yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
Very difficult. No, no. They can't good if if they're gonna implement kanang rules na pwede small gatherings but not big gatherings. I mean, who's going to make sure nga, who's gonna check up on these kanang gatherings ba? If na five ba sila ka tao, four ang limit.
Yeah, I
Ni-
saw that. I saw that. I was like, okay, four ang limit per table. So I was thinking like, so if I hang out with my friends, seven mi kabuok, so four on one table, three on the other table.
mm,
Yeah.
they can't give room for kanang mga
I
anak
know
ba.
it's yeah. Well, man, thank you so
Oh, I
much
hope.
for doing the episode.
Thank you for having me. Please kanang something different sa akong day.
Yeah, and hopefully when this is all over, I will see you around.
Yeah,
Dako na kaya itong mga bata, anak.
grabe. We're high school na.
Yeah.
Hala.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Carlo.
you so much. I'll end this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.